Huetlatoani Aleksandar the Victorious has fulfilled the ambition to become king of Alba Nawa Judea. Cheers. Jesus, I talked way too much in that last episode. Sorry for people viewing, but this episode will probably have stuff happening in it. So, I'm now king. It increases my domain. Okay, and we've raised crown authority, something I am very enthusiastic about. I would still like to raise centralization, gain a larger domain. Now, I'd very much like to raise my domain. If I can raise centralization, I'll get more domain. In hindsight, I may have given Victor more provinces than necessary, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. And nobody seems to be voting for the heir apparent of the kingdom, which is odd. You'd think that's something people would be interested in having a say in. Okay, so centralization is close to being passed. There we go. The Lords of Alba Nawa Judea have approved the institution of the low centralization law. And that's about it for now. So, I've now got a domain within my domain limit, but I'm not done there. I think it's about time Aleksandar remarried after the death of Nelly, and I think I know just who should be that wife. The mother of Aleksandar's second child, Aleksandar. I presume it wouldn't be too difficult to marry her. Wait, hold it. Arrange a marriage. As the relative of a Kalpishki. Yes. Would lose some prestige from the marriage, but it's about time I had a wife again. Sorry, Nelly, you'll always have a very important place in my heart. But right now, my child needs a mother, and since I'm now married to the mother, and I don't have to worry about that horrid Gavelkin succession law, I think it's about time I legitimized Chimalpi. Now, Victor won't like it, but he already has an incredibly high opinion of me. Oh, maybe we could work on improving it a bit in the near future. Yeah, we could definitely afford to have him have a higher opinion of his old man. But for now, we don't need to worry about it. There's no factions. Army is surprisingly very strong. In fact, once we get enough money to raise our mercenaries, we could probably beat Jorvik. Ah, so the Duchy of Man has been created. And now belongs to the young Viking. Okay, so we do have factions to lower crown authority. That's dangerous. Touchtly of Insigal. Luckily, though, I have a very easy way to deal with him. How would you like to be a Kalpishki, Tlil Potonki? After all, I don't need this second duchy, and I don't have any land in it either. Wait a minute. He's not going to be given all those lands if I give him this duchy, will I? So, I don't think so. I think it's just... Yeah, the rest of them are remaining independent. So, there are now 2 dukes, and the dukes are the only one who are allowed to vote, it would seem, since none of the counts have decided to vote yet. And it doesn't look like I'll have very many dukes for a while unless I create the duchies. Oh, need a new ambition. What should it be? Amass wealth? Or have a daughter? Daughter could be useful. So could wealth, though. Especially with a bonus to stewardship. Okay, I'll do my best not to spend any money for a while. Now. Now, all we need to worry about is Jorvik and Wales and Mercia and Cornwall and all these heretics in Ireland and all the Catholics in Ireland and probably Ireland eventually too. And eventually, if I get enough land, I'll have to worry about all this as well. See, I don't have that many problems. Just a bunch of people who want to kill me, including... Oh, right, I forgot. I was able to get rid of him. Unilaterally. Celebrate Passover. Now, I've been wanting to do that all game. Kept putting it off. I mean, I don't really want to spend the money, but I kinda do. You know what? Let's do this. Let's celebrate Passover. More than 2,000 years ago, God aided the children of Israel in their escape from slavery by inflicting 10 plagues upon ancient Egypt. The last of these saw a spirit of the Lord slay every firstborn in Egypt, but pass over Jewish homes marked with the blood of a slaughtered lamb. This festival celebrates the return of freedom to the enslaved Jewish people. Ooh, lots of people are invited to the Passover Seder. So, an angry rabbi has refused my invitation, as well as a somewhat angry mayor and a Kalpishki, the Kalpishki of Oriel, the seducer, with his many lovers. Kalpishki Bride of Moray. Interesting name. Victor? Are you really still upset over me legitimizing what's-his-face? Chemalpi? There. A lot of people decided not to come, but I don't really care that much. The Seder dinner has begun, as is traditional on the first night of the Passover. Matzo flatbread is consumed in liberal amounts together with bitter maror herbs. Everyone is required to drink 4 cups of wine, each at a specific point during the Seder, as the story of the Exodus from Egypt is retold and discussed. Pass the matzo, please! Ooh. The Seder lasts well into the night, but all good things must end. Your vassals return home to celebrate the rest of Passover, but most agree that your Seder dinner was well worth the trip. I like those event chains. They're so quaint. I mean, it's not like you need to do them, but I think it enriches the game to have them. And it's not like they really add that much of a bonus either. Improve some relations with people who like you. Makes you dislike people who don't come. Gives you a little bit of prestige and piety. Not like it's really hard to get either of those in reasonable amounts. And also, what's this? There's a rabbi we can imprison. And we've got a 98% chance of success. I'm gonna do that. I'm not even sure what he did. But I think he would make a good ransom. I could really go for the money. You know, once I finally get the money, I am incredibly... Thank you, Tezazomak. I'm actually incredibly a possessed rabbi. I'm incredibly tempted to invade Jorvik. Because once I get the money, I'll have... No, I won't have more troops than him. I'll have close to more troops than him. But he's also got a ton of allies. Most of which, I think, are his vassals. Yeah, the only one he'd actually be able to call to battle are the Chief of Nantes and the Chief of... My wife, Ayao Siwaddle, is pregnant. Fate smiles upon me. Gain 5 prestige. And the Chief of Boeric, which is where? Oh, so he's also in Brittany. And he could contribute 8,500 more troops. Fuck. You know, maybe an invasion of Jorvik isn't that good an idea. Also, Dead Steward. The best steward in the realm is the Kalpishki of Gowrie. I want you raising taxes. What else? You're in Strathiern. Do I really need you in Strathiern? No. It doesn't hurt, though. But is there anyone whom I might need relations improved with more? Like, for instance, the Kalpishki of Athol. Where is Athol? There he is. I'm recalling you go to Athol. The commanders of Alba... Huh. I thought I had more available commanders. And I thought I had assigned some of those honorary titles. Not that it matters that much. Court Dwarf? I didn't know I could have that. I kind of want a quartz dwarf now. Wonder where I can get one.